Hey all, welcome or welcome back to my channel, being Louisa. I completely forgot to film a video for this week. I was prepping for next week's video since I'm back at uni starting tomorrow, but then Izzy commented and I was like, oh yeah, I need to make a video for this week. So thank you, Izzy, for suggesting this video. So this video is going to be about the content that I learn in uni and about exams and assignments. As I've mentioned in previous videos, we haven't done any exams yet or any assignments. I do have an assignment due on the 18th of February though, so I will be getting to that either today or tomorrow, just starting to write that up. It's only 500 words thankfully, but it's still stressing me out. And the exams aren't for a while, but when it's coming close up to the time, I will let you guys know more about that. But yeah, so back to the content. Every university is different, even the ones in London. Even though we have the same PAD, which is the practical assessment document that all have to fill out in London. Well, we have to fill out anyway, but in London they're the same, where you get graded on your placement either unsatisfactory, satisfactory, good, very good or excellent. Whereas I've heard places outside of London you just get a pass or fail for your PAD in first year. So even though we have the same PAD, our content is different and we do learn things at different rates and at different times, especially with universities that only started their placement in January. Well, this month. Because I remember when I was applying to City University, I believe they said that they start placement in January, whereas we started placement in November. So we did a lot of cramming in the sense of we learned a lot of stuff in the first 2 months of university. Then we went on to placement. Since we started placement in November and now we're only going back to university now, we have been learning things at different paces and in different ways compared to other universities. As I was saying before, I know City definitely do their placement in January and not in November, so they probably got a lot longer to learn things, whereas we didn't. So here at Kingston University, and we are also partnered with St George's University of London, we have 4 main modules, which are 1, Birth as Life Event, 2, Foundations to Bioscience in Childbearing, I would rather say biological science, but whatever, 3, From Embryo to Neonate, and 4, Introduction to Professional Practice. Those are the 4 main modules, and now I'm going to go into them. Yes, now I'm going to go into them. So number 1, Birth as a Life Event. That's actually my first assignment due in, so that's going to be on reflection, which we just had to pick a scenario that we've encountered in placement and write about it. It sounds so simple, but it's not, because you've got to write about the professional practices, not what went right or went wrong clinically, but what went right or what went wrong to do with like the women and like how people acted. So it could be either communication, what went right or wrong due to continuity of care, what went right or wrong due to you respecting silence and when silence is necessary. So those kind of topics. And I've never done reflection before. Some people have in their access course, but I didn't. So to me it's all new and it's not stressy, but it's kind of stressy. But yeah, and then within Birth as Life Event you also have topics like interpersonal skills in the development of a midwife-mother relationship, factors affecting birth as a social phenomenon, the influence of culture, race and ethnicity on childbearing, and social, psychological and emotional issues experienced by women and their families during childbearing. That's kind of what we learn as Birth as a Life Event, because in a sense birth is a life event. Number 2 is Foundations to Biological Science in Childbearing. This is what one of our exams is in, and it's anatomy and physiology basically. So within anatomy and physiology we are learning homeostasis and cardiovascular system, respiratory system, gastrointestinal system, renal system, reproductive system, breast anatomy and physiology of lactation, central nervous system, pelvis and pelvic floor, which was so hard by the way, musculoskeletal system, and endocrine system, which we haven't learned just yet. Then you learn about pregnancy and adaptations the body makes for pregnancy, and then you learn about interpartum and how that affects the body when you're pregnant. Then we learn about postpartum and the physiology behind postpartum, what happens after you give birth, all the changes within your body and within your mental health that happen. We also go into the dissection lab, which the DR room isn't great. I personally don't like it. I get people say it's privileged because we're the first years to have it. However, I didn't sign up for that and I don't necessarily want to see cadavers. It's not a thing I like to see. I get nightmares after going in that room. It's not fun. It's quite distressing, but oh well, I guess we're lucky to see it and learn that way. I don't know, I think I can learn well with just a model, but you know, each to their own, each to their own. I'm not going to stop it because other people really do learn from it and really do enjoy it, so I'm just going to suck it up and get on with it. And we also do pharmacology within this subject, which we haven't really done a lot on, but it is within our PAD, so we do need to learn a lot about it. The third module, which is from embryo to neonate, we learn about the development of the embryo, fetal development and physiology, nutritional needs of the newborn and feeding, adaptation to extrauterine life, and newborn screening programs. And then number four is introduction to professional practice. Within that, we learn about midwifery as a profession, communication, study skills, midwifery practice, breastfeeding, and skills and practice. So skills and practice is when usually on a Thursday and Friday when we were at uni, we would go to the Kingston Hill campus and we would do all of our skills drills there, and we'd be learning new skills, which was cool to learn new things. I guess it is cool to learn new things, and I like skills because we get to practice with either dolls or each other and in like a hospital setting in a sense. So it's pretty cool. So those are the topics that we are learning. It's kind of like the bare content of what we are learning, things that you guys can go to look up. Just remember, every university is different, every program is different, so it might not be the same things that you'll be learning in the first year, but it's just a good thing to like that you know, and that you can go look up before you start your course, just to give yourself an idea or a little taster of like, okay, I'm going to be learning this, because sometimes they don't go over what you need to learn. So you'll have a lecture, then hopefully you'll get the PowerPoint, and then you have to learn it yourself. So if you can get a little head start and read up on it beforehand, then when you go into lecture you won't feel so clueless, and that'd be really great. I hope this video helps. I hope you find it interesting, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. In the meantime, keep on being you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below with any questions or suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe to get weekly updates. Bye y'all.